The Diamond Sutra, Chapter 10. A disciple should develop a mind which is in no way dependent upon sights, sounds, smells, tastes, sensory sensations, or any mental conceptions. A disciple should develop a mind which does not rely on anything. Therefore, Subhuti, the minds of all disciples should be purified of all thoughts that relate to seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, touching, and discriminating. They should use their minds spontaneously and naturally without being constrained by preconceived notions arising from the senses. Morning. This next month we will be focusing on paying attention, many different ways and levels. And we do need to pay attention. There's lots of news right now. We assassinated Ayatollah Khomeini and many other members of his family. We are at war. Same week we endured a massive snowstorm together, and our shoulders are still aching. We listened to a rah-rah oligarch's State of the Union address, filled with lies. We learned that the Justice Department had deliberately withheld references to President Trump in the Epstein files, despite swearing not to do this very thing. And let's not forget that David Ellison, close Trump and Netanyahu ally, who vowed to make CNN conservative, is now king of Hollywood, thanks to Trump's own direct involvement, merging Skydance with Paramount and giving him direct control of the vast majority of media that we watch and learn from. And of course, here locally, we had a memorial for Alice. We had continuing worries about homelessness in Attleboro, and tonight we will be opening up a shelter for them in our Unity room. We had dinner and a movie night. There's much to pay attention to. Very many things. You know, sometimes I go to substantiate one detail I learn on Facebook, and it's just this endless rabbit hole, and before I know it, it's 2 a.m. You ever done that? Isn't that fun? Attention is like sugar. It's completely necessary, but too much of it will lead you to an early grave. We have so many preconceived ideas and notions clamoring for confirmation. Yes, we all do have our favorite biases. Ultimately, we must ask an important question. When we say paying attention, who are we paying? What are we paying? My name is Vernon Wright. I'm a recovering actor in his own life and a trauma puppet. For years, I defined myself by what I did and did not do. For years, I made up narratives about myself, told them to others, and thought that those stories somehow defined me. I even got ordained. Joke's on you. For years, the traumas of my past, and those probably just stored someplace in my genetic code, manipulated my decisions without me even knowing it. That's where ancient writings like the Diamond Sutra, dated sometime between the 2nd and 5th centuries, come in. To make our minds spontaneous and natural again. Not being fettered to our ideas of the way things should be. For there is our attention, and then there is the wider background attention from which our own attention springs. In the chalice lighting, I referred to how we are both the movie being watched, and we're all caught up in the drama, but we are also the screen upon which the movie is being projected upon. What if we stopped paying attention and became attention? What if we came to attention? What if we arrived at it? What if we accepted this attention that was already here? The awareness that awares us. Hopefully it doesn't aware us out. Truth is, it will aware us out. That's the nature of life. We are not here forever. We have this moment, this opportunity to love, this present moment, an opportunity to fall in love with. We are human beings. We are not human doings. The great 20th century theologian Paul Tillich said that God, as far as what he knew as God would be, is the ground of being, connecting to all beings so that we can have new being, new in this now, and this moment, and this opportunity. From a more Buddhist perspective, there's just pure awareness. No self, no not self, just being. How does one be free and let go and become the Buddha nature you already are, that all beings share? Perhaps you are a craftsperson, or a cook, or an athlete, or a lover, a doctor, a nurse, a teacher. You ever had that experience where you were so engrossed in what you were doing that you were no longer thinking about yourself? You were just being, and whatever you were working on was no longer a thing, and you were one with it. And in some strange mystery, what you were doing became you and flowed through you. Like this stole, crafted painstakingly by a clergy friend with peace cranes initially made by a Hiroshima victim dying in a hospital, creating a worldwide peace movement. Attentionless attention, pure awareness, changing the world. However it is you experience this, including meditation, or your hobby, your craft, your sport, find that place of pure awareness every day. I've developed a practice that I've been doing every day since 1997. Over time, its own time, you will find it happening more. In many instances, overflowing into the present moment. It is beauty. Suddenly, everything is beautiful. You and the beads of sky reflected on the hood of the car you are driving are one experience no different than the road, the other cars, the speed, your response, checking the gauges, the rear view mirror. You are the traffic, the rain on the car so carefully engineered, the sky, the wet road, the people who built the road, the mines, the plastic factory, the extreme demands of a modern age, its depravity and destruction, its joy, its freedom, its common banality, its fierce competition, its kindness. And somehow, this anxiety or boredom or frustration is not your own, it's flowing through you. Why attach to it? That would be a madness. You are a being. That is all. And yes, that's all there ever was. How could you ever be less than everything? Or conversely, more than nothing? A brook babbles, the current rushing over rocks and past old roots of trees, and the light like a mirror bent over the ripples as a liquid silver, and you catch your own reflection in it as it twists in its eddies. You are the brook and the rock and the root and the light all at once. Me standing here and you sitting there. Some of you walking around. Speaker, listener, and this now. We are attentionless, attention attending to no one thing in particular. And the snow is falling down now. Beautiful and deadly, and causing my back to ache all over again. What I have said has already drifted downstream before I'm finished saying it. As Thoreau's most beautifully wrote in the opening words for today, everything is fleeing toward its presence. The truth of what I am saying is a mere metaphor. Map is not territory. All things demand clear presence, as clear as could be expected from mere mortals. Rearranged sand. And there's a lot to pay attention to right now. So much to be aware of. But let's at least try to be grounded together in a pure awareness a clear attention as we endeavor to respond, and if need be, resist. This afternoon, perhaps. That is all. Very simple message this week. Let's sit here for a second. It's not much. If you'd rather stand up and walk around, you can do that. Because all this talking, it doesn't do the trick. You just got to do it. Become this pure awareness. Just do it with me now. Greet this breath. This sound. Greet this breath. These oxygen molecules being carried around since the dawn of life on this planet, making us all one. This oxygen breathing you into being in each moment. If you get lost in thoughts and distractions, how long are we going to sit together? Blah, blah, blah. Just gently return to the breath. Or maybe you don't like breath. You're tired of the breath. The breath bugs you. Listen to the sound. Be present to it. Each sound. See if you can listen to the sound beyond the sound. See if you can listen to each sound beyond the sound, beyond the sound. Stand, greet your neighbor, look into their eyes. Wisdom, namaste. We are gathered together as a congregation. This church is you. Let us share our generosity with one another.